And back here celebrating Gloria's birthday this morning.
Right.
Tracy done brung her a cake, and people are bringing gifts. Frank said, I got a weed eater that a crate.
That's right.
He did put starter fluid in it, I might add.
It needed something, didn't
It's
it?
nothing against the brand. And Ronnie Marks will tell me he's got a weed eater that's the same way. I got one too.
I have actually
Yeah.
been so frustrated at
Yeah.
a weed eater, I've thrown it against the fence.
And other people, I'm sure. And good to have you back on the program after a month's vacation. You've been keeping them straight over at Lee's.
Trying to.
A lot of people been wanting to know where you been. I told Ann, so we had so much video, she needed to take a well-deserved break anyway. So now that we're all back in action, let's do it. Ask Ann on this Tuesday morning. We'll try to keep it simple for you folks this morning. And it's talking about, I got a little thing out of a Dear Abby the other day that's talking about a woman says that she don't know what to do. Her husband's threatening to leave her. Her kids are mad at her because she lives in an affluent neighborhood but can't seem to keep up with her neighbors. She don't have a fancy car. She don't have a lot of money. She just lives in a big old house that's basically about half empty. Kind of know the feeling. So, Ann, when you live in a neighborhood that you really don't need to be there, you don't kind of line up socially with your neighbors, how do you live and keep your family without being embarrassed?
You just live. You just,
Quit worrying about everybody else.
you just live.
Well, this woman's embarrassed because of her car.
Well, she bought a house for anyway if she didn't have nothing to put in there.
Well, she just says it's not. Yeah, and I kind of know the feeling where we live. I mean, all the big shots, rich people around us. You know, we live there month to month. I'm doing their yards.
Soon.
Me and Grayson. But
If you can get the weed eater
I was blowing
started.
their yards off, so I couldn't get my weed eater. Leaf blower
Blower.
cranked the other day.
Good one,
But
Kyle.
Ann, sometimes people live above their means.
We all live above our
I ain't
means.
talking
Thank
to
you.
What?
Thank you. We all go
You
above
speak
and
to when
beyond.
spoken to. Speak,
I am
okay?
going to take this rose and let
So-
you feel a thorn.
We
Ann,
all live like
we
that.
all live above
What do you mean we all live like
We
that?
all
You don't
live
see me
above-
living that way, do you?
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
We all live above and beyond.
Why?
It's
Spoiled.
just, no, it's not spoiled. It's just,
Stupid.
Would
If
you
we-
be
if-
quiet and let her talk?
if we want something, you go after it. And if that means going above your meaning, you go for it. But you're going to have to work hard to stay there.
Say that
Things
again
are
to
tough
Mr.
right
Cooper.
now, Ann.
Say that again to Mr. Cooper.
You got to work hard to stay there.
Things are tough right now, Ann. I've had to cut back.
Everybody had to cut back. You ain't the only one.
But I don't like it.
I don't cut back. I don't like it either.
What have you cut back in? Well, what's something simple people can cut back on?
Eating out.
Free Tuesday, free
Free
chicken.
to get a free biscuit at Chick-fil-A this morning. There you go. There's one saving.
Eating out. You know, cut down some of the fun and stuff you used to do.
As alcohol sales decreased any at
Oh,
least?
no.
Okay,
Please,
there
no.
you go.
You know, they still gonna drink. That's one thing they ain't cutting back on. They gonna drink if they have to go just like that bank, rob the bank, they gonna drink. You know, it's
Another
just,
guy can make pay his child support
yeah,
payments.
you know, you still gonna have some of them that really, you know.
Well, do you know anybody that lives above their means?
You?
Now, why you pick me out, Ann?
You're about the
Easy
best
target.
person I can pick on and you know, get away with.
You know, I'm way in debt, over my head. May have to
Your
rob a
fault.
bank before long myself.
No.
Anyway. you
So
ain't
what
got
was
to
your
rob.
suggestion
I
this
don't rob a
woman
bank
be?
for a couple hundred
Should she
dollars.
Just go
move?
and live her life and forget about what people think. If you worry about what people think about you anyway, you're in a bad shape. That's one thing you don't worry about. You don't worry about what people think. Who care about what people think?
What people think about my hair?
Jamie, please. Need me to go in there and do something too, and then they want me to knock you out, you know. So you got a whole lot of folks just want you hurt.
Have I ever been married to any of them before?
No.
Anyway, the answer to this question was, dear embarrassment, what makes a home warm and welcome isn't whether it has been professionally decorated. Your problem isn't that you're ashamed of your house or cars. It's that you lack confidence in who you are. This is what you're saying. Your feelings stem less from what material things you lack than misplaced priorities.
Just live
She
a life.
suggests when your girl's friends come over, put some cookies in the oven to give it that warm smell.
People don't do that no more.
Huh?
Hey, I
People
just
don't
bought
do
some
that no
cookie dough.
more. Cook cookies
Tracy
for the
does. Every
friends.
time I'm over her house, she's baking a cake.
True story.
People do not cook cookies and stuff for grown kids because grown kids ain't want cookies. They rather see a beer up on top of the counter or a wine cooler or something. They ain't want no cookies and no chips and stuff no more.
That is a sad
No.
but true statement.
Well, maybe the kids were 10 or 12.
Oh, please.
Well,
I've seen
Hey,
some.
since you brought that up, let me ask you this quick. We're talking about kids right quick. There was a couple instances that happened lately about graduation parties where the parents allowed their kids to drink at home. And some of those kids were 15 years old. Do you think that's okay?
15
No.
at a graduation party?
Well, they were
No.
at a party. Do you think it's okay for you to give underage kids alcohol
No.
in your own home?
No. But halftime, you ain't got to give it to them. They sitting at a store trying to find somebody to go in there to buy for them,
And
then
they
you
will.
gonna have some dummies that's gonna go in there and buy them young ones some alcohol.
Now, if you know that's, say it where you work.
Say you're
If-
18 or you're 19-year-old. Oh, different
Are
question.
you asking questions?
Say you're 18 or you're 19-year-old. You knew they were going to be drinking. What do you do?
What I do? It
Yeah.
ain't really ain't nothing you can do because you can't stand there and watch them all night. They gonna slip and do it. But back to your point, yes, we do have some that will try to.
But you have to sell it to them, though, don't you?
No, we ain't
You
got
can
to.
refuse to sell
We can
somebody
refuse to sell. If we know that they buying anything for a amount, you refuse to sell because if they get caught, you gonna get fined for it.
Well, I tell y'all do a great
Because
job
you
over
know.
there because Gloria got carded the other day buying some tobacco products. When did you start dipping?
Illegally. I was
Huh?
guilty of an illegal purchase. I'm just going to.
They carded her at
They
your
will
place.
do it. They got to do it.
Why can't you ever do
But
that
you
to
know
me?
what? You supposed to card. The law is it don't matter how old you are. You supposed to card everybody who come in that store. That's the law. That's the
Really?
ABC
Okay.
law.
That's the
You
law.
have to.
Yeah, I
You
know
know,
they do that.
everybody get on to us and fuss. Well, you ain't never card. That's the law. You supposed to card. It don't matter how old you are. You supposed to card.
But don't that take a
everyone
lot of
who
time
come-
up?
Everybody who come in the store must be carded. That's the law.
Well, Ann, it's good to have you back in action. I know you enjoy being up here bright and early on a Tuesday. If you got a question for
day
Ask
off.
Ann, ZTV at jamiecooper.com. You'll find all about it in the new edition of Who's Who in Athens. Coming out today. It won't be in your mailbox for a couple of weeks, though, so we got to work on that.
Fresh off the press.
All right, now we're
Pass
getting ready to
them
take a
out.
break. Coming up next, Tracy, our marketing and sales director, joins us along with what's happening in Athens with City
Ronnie
Council
Marks.
President Ronnie Marks. All coming up next. Y'all hang on.